In the vast plains of sub-Saharan Africa, where the horizon seems endless and the air shimmers beneath the falling sun, one of the continent's most formidable animals stands surrounded. The African buffalo, massive, dark, and unyielding, faces a coordinated circle of hungry lions. Dust rises beneath heavy hooves. Muscles tighten. Instinct takes command. Not every prey animal accepts its fate without a fight. The African buffalo, scientifically known as Cincerus kaffir, is one of Africa's most powerful herbivores. Adult males can weigh up to 900 kilograms, with thick, curved horns that form a solid shield of bone across the forehead, known as a boss. This natural armor is not decorative. It is a weapon built for survival. In the wild, strength alone does not guarantee safety, but in the case of the buffalo, strength changes the rules of engagement. Lions are apex predators, highly social and remarkably strategic. A pride operates as a unit, relying on teamwork rather than individual dominance. Lionesses usually lead the hunt, spreading out to encircle their target. They test for weakness. They search for the young, the injured, or the isolated. Against many herbivores, this strategy works with lethal efficiency. But the African buffalo is different. Buffalo live in herds that can number from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Within the herd, protection is collective. Adults position themselves around calves. Bulls often stand at the edges, forming a living barrier. This social structure is not accidental. It has evolved over thousands of years under the constant pressure of predation. Cooperation is survival. Yet sometimes, separation occurs. A lone buffalo cut off from the herd becomes a target. Lions know that isolation increases their chances. They close in carefully, bodies low to the ground, conserving energy until the final explosive charge. Their success depends on timing and coordination. A single lion rarely attempts to bring down a healthy adult buffalo alone. The risk is too great. The buffalo's eyes remain fixed. Its breathing deepens. It lowers its massive head, presenting the hardened boss and sharp horns forward. This posture is not defensive alone. It is a warning. Unlike many prey species that flee immediately, buffalo often stand their ground. Their temperament is known among wildlife experts as unpredictable and fiercely aggressive when threatened. When the first lion lunges, the savanna erupts in motion. Dust clouds rise as hooves pound the earth. The buffalo pivots with surprising agility for its size. Those horns, thick at the base and curved upward, are capable of goring with tremendous force. Documented encounters have shown buffalo lifting adult lions off the ground, tossing them aside with violent sweeps of the head. This is not reckless defiance. It is calculated resistance. A buffalo's thick hide offers limited protection against claws and teeth, but its strength and stamina are formidable. Its neck muscles are heavily developed, supporting both the weight of its horns and the force needed to swing them. A direct hit can break bones or cause fatal internal injuries to a lion. Lions, however, are persistent. They attempt to leap onto the buffalo's back, aiming to anchor themselves with claws while others target the hind legs or throat. Their objective is to exhaust the animal, to bring it down through coordinated pressure. Once a buffalo falls, its chances of survival diminish rapidly. The struggle becomes a battle of endurance. Golden hour light casts long shadows across the field, illuminating the clash in tones of fire and copper. The beauty of the scene contrasts sharply with its brutality. This is nature's balance, neither cruel nor merciful, but governed by necessity. Every movement carries consequences. Every decision can determine life or death. African buffalo are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large wild animal, earning them a reputation as one of the big five game species. This label, originally coined by big game hunters, referred not to size alone but to the difficulty and danger of hunting them on foot. Their resilience, unpredictable charges, and willingness to fight back made them legendary. In the wild, that same reputation commands respect from predators. Lions may hesitate if a buffalo shows no sign of retreat. A sudden forward charge can scatter even experienced hunters. The sheer mass of the animal combined with explosive acceleration turns defense into counterattack. Dust swirls as horns slice through air. Instinct explodes into action. Buffalo also possess remarkable stamina. They can sustain prolonged confrontations, especially when adrenaline surges through their system. While lions rely on short bursts of power, buffalo can endure extended struggle. This physiological advantage sometimes shifts the outcome. There are recorded cases of buffalo returning to rescue herd members, even chasing lions away after an attack. The herd's solidarity is one of the most fascinating aspects of their behavior. Unlike many prey animals that flee at the first sign of danger, buffalo often regroup and confront predators collectively. Researchers have observed coordinated defensive formations, with adults facing outward and calves shielded within the circle. This behavior increases survival rates and demonstrates complex social awareness. Still, nature does not guarantee victory. Age, injury, or exhaustion can tip the balance. Lions target weakness because survival for them depends equally on success. A failed hunt means hunger. For a pride with cubs, the pressure intensifies. Each hunt is a gamble of energy and risk. As the confrontation intensifies, the buffalo's muscles strain beneath its dark hide. Scratches may appear, blood may stain the dust, yet the animal remains upright. That alone alters the psychology of the hunt. Predators seek advantage. When advantage fades, caution replaces aggression. The African savanna is an ecosystem shaped by these encounters. Buffalo graze on grasses, shaping vegetation patterns and influencing plant diversity. In turn, they sustain predator populations. Their presence supports scavengers as well, hyenas, vultures, and jackals, who rely on the outcomes of such battles. Every struggle echoes beyond the immediate participants. The buffalo's horns are not merely tools of defense but symbols of evolutionary refinement. Over generations, natural selection favored individuals capable of resisting predation. Those that survived passed on traits of strength, resilience, and herd cooperation. The result is an animal uniquely equipped to challenge even the king of beasts. As the sun dips lower, light transitions from gold to deep amber. Lions breathe heavily, reassessing. A wounded predator risks starvation. A broken limb can mean death. Calculations happen silently within instinct. Gradually, the circle loosens. The buffalo stands firm, sides heaving, eyes unwavering. Survival is not always about dominance. Sometimes it is about endurance, refusing to fall, refusing to surrender ground. In that defiant stance lies the essence of its species. Across Africa, from open savannas to wooded floodplains, this ancient rivalry continues. It is not a story of good versus evil, but of adaptation and balance. The buffalo is not fearless. It is driven by necessity, by the instinct to live another day. The lions are not villains. They too act under the same law of survival. In the fading light, dust settles. The lions retreat into tall grass, their silhouettes dissolving into shadow. The buffalo remains standing, not triumphant, not unscathed, but alive. And in the wild, survival itself is victory. The African buffalo reminds us that nature is not defined solely by predation, but by resistance. Strength can alter destiny, unity can defy expectation, and sometimes, surrounded by danger, the refusal to fall becomes the most powerful force of all. As darkness approaches and the savanna grows quiet, the story lingers in the cooling air. A massive shape moves slowly toward the horizon, horns catching the last trace of light. In this land of relentless challenge, not every prey accepts its fate without a fight. This was another story from Earth of Predators official. The Wild Kingdom reminds us that nature does not forgive mistakes, makes no promises, and does not distinguish between the strong and the weak, only between those who survive and those who disappear. Every story you see here has been created with artificial intelligence for purely narrative and entertainment purposes. Although it is inspired by real animal behaviors, this content is not intended to be a documentary or an exact scientific representation. Now we want to hear your opinion. Who do you think truly dominated this story? Strength, intelligence, or instinct? Leave it in the comments. Your perspective is part of the domain. Subscribe to Earth of Predators Official and hit the bell so you don't miss our next wild tales where danger, instinct, and survival face off head to head. Every week we return with new stories designed to explore the most intense, brutal, and fascinating side of nature. Share this video with someone who loves wildlife. And remember, in nature, there are no second chances, only dominance or extinction. See you in the next video.